Good morning, everybody. How are y'all today?
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hey, him.
How is everyone this fine Sunday morning?
I've had a very lazy start to my Sunday morning. I wasn't really out of bed until like 9:30, which is super
Oh,
late for
same.
me.
Same. I wasn't out of bed until 9:30.
Mm,
But that's because I stayed up late. You know,
I mean, that's fair.
hmm I've been staying up late. Give me just a second. Eh.
Eh.
So I have been having internet problems for God knows how long, and I finally fixed it this morning, like literally right before the podcast. Uh,
Mm, girl, I'm so sorry.
I
Like, you are
know.
constantly struggling with it.
It's the worst.
It's so bad. I'm so
I'm trying
sorry.
to be patient. I'm trying to be patient and understanding.
Sure. You patient?
I know. And understanding.
Um, because we are so prepared today, what is our topic going to be?
Okay, so our topic is more weird questions, which is fine. I'm all about these weird questions. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Um, I'm all for it. And I hope you guys have some too. And I'm not just like some very interesting ones. I want some weird ass questions.
Okay.
That's what I want
It's
for
like, yeah.
today. Some bizarre ones. But first, before we start, yeah, um, I have one. I think people should know about you because not a lot of people do know about this.
Okay.
But maybe even surprise me. Okay.
Okay.
So what's a skill that you have that surpasses that surprises most people?
Um, I think it surprised Kumo that I crochet.
I was about to say, I don't think a lot of people know you crochet.
I'm kind of a private person. I'm not really a private person, but like I've been conditioned through my like life experience to just be the quiet person. So I don't talk about myself a lot. Um, I just I don't hide it. We've talked about it in passing very early on in the podcast, which at this point was basically 2 years or a year and a
Oh, it
half.
is, wasn't it? Yeah, an hour and a half.
Um, I just don't talk about myself a lot.
Yeah. Well,
But
get this
I've
will get
been
this going.
crocheting for almost 10 years at this point. Basically 10 years at this point. I picked it
Mm.
up because it was a coping technique for me
Mhm.
after my breakup with my ex.
And you
Um
done so well with it.
and I really it like I know like a lot of people want to like make things with a lot of happiness and stuff like that, but like I put a lot of my hurt into my work or my anxiety. It helps with my anxiety as well. And then I give it to people who know love me and who I love, and I know that their love is going to take care of that for me.
Yeah.
But I think what surprises people like I've talked about that I'm like a costume major, that I make like I sew and do stuff. I think what surprises people the most, and I don't think you even know this, I do chainmail. I haven't touched it
Oh,
in
yes.
fucking years, but like I do
I do know
chainmail.
that. I think that's when we first met, I knew that about you because I think that's you made a chainmail dice pouch,
Hmm.
and I talked to you about that when we first met,
Not
like
just
even before we
chainmail, it
worked
was
together.
dragon mail because it had the
Yeah.
scales. And that was for my now husband. Um,
Mhm.
so like a lot of people don't know that my husband doesn't really carry that dice bag around anymore. So they don't.
Which is sad because it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It's not my favorite work, but
Mm.
it's very pretty. So I think chainmail actually surprises people more at this point.
I guess so. I guess so. Because not a lot of people see. I knew that when I first met you, but we weren't friends when we first met. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were
Yeah.
just like passer acquaintances.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're very creative. So that's why I wanted to ask. When
I
people may not
like
know that
a
about
lot
you.
of like hands-on stuff. Like I'm really good
Yeah.
with origami. Like I can pick up knitting pretty well. I don't do lace work with knitting, but like I do enjoy knitting. And that apparently is a very common trait and coping technique for people with ADD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like those crafts and handworks are like help focus ADD people.
I don't think I have the patience for that personally. But
Uh,
that's because I will get easily frustrated.
that's legitimate. Um, I think you could handle origami pretty well. I also do
Origami is
Viking
fun.
wire weaving.
You said Viking wire weaving?
Mhm.
Hmm.
So like I do a lot of crafts because it's just like I have fun picking up and learning like doing stuff with my hands.
Yeah. I like to do stuff with my hands. Like I think what I like is a little different because I use my hands for like music and stuff.
Right.
That's technically how I would normally use mine.
And it's like the finite work with my hands. So it's like I
Hmm.
could technically learn carpentry and that's working with my hands, but I feel like I wouldn't have as much satisfaction with it as I do with my other hobbies.
Fair. That's fair.
So what about
That
you?
is
What would be something that would surprise people?
that I played the violin. Yep. Straight
I'm kind of not
up.
surprised. Like
Well, I mean, you know me, but I know a lot of most people. So here's something y'all don't know about me.
okay.
Or maybe y'all do, but you do.
Well, yeah.
I love music. Like I love music. And I grew up I grew up with a family who constantly was playing music. We
Yeah.
always had music in our house. Mostly like my grandfather played the clarinet and the
Oh.
saxophone. Yeah, my grandfather played the clarinet and the saxophone. He was the one who got me into jazz because he was a jazz player. Um, my grandmother had a mandolin. She had what is it? A harp.
Yeah.
And a harp was so terrifying for a 4-year-old because they're huge. Harps are huge.
Yeah.
And I always wondered like how is anyone capable of playing it? So I never touched the harp because that shit's also expensive.
It is very
Um
expensive.
yeah, my uncle played the guitar, like my dad played the guitar, so we were constantly surrounded. And my sister played piano, and I did too. That was my first instrument. So I love playing music. I haven't done it in so long. Like I haven't touched my violin in a few years, but I've been touching my guitar again while we were moving in
Yeah.
to see if I remember. I still got it. Muscle
Eh.
memory's there. It's just my hands now hurt
Oh my goodness, I'm so
from lack of
sorry.
playing. Yeah, it's from lack of playing. But yeah, yeah, no, dead ass. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it, dude. I miss music. And I that's one thing I don't think a lot of people know is that I actually play music because of my family. We're so deep. We're in deep.
My
We're
family
so in
wasn't
deep into
really into
music.
music, and like that's that like a lot of the big songs, like pop songs that would play on the radio, like when we were like early 2000s, like super late 90s, like I never really listened to. I didn't know because my mother would only listen to NPR. And then my dad
Yeah,
listened to
yeah.
oldies, but because my mom was usually the one taking us to school and stuff like that,
Yeah.
um,
Oh, I
and my
oldies
dad did
too.
not want to listen to NPR, and my mom wouldn't compromise with the radio so much. We didn't listen to anything. Or we started
Yeah.
listening to audiobooks, which was a great way to spend like long road trips, honestly. Um, but yeah, that I didn't grow up around music so much.
See that I did. I definitely grew up around music. And honestly I'm blessed. I love music so much. I have grown, as you can tell, an appreciation to
Yeah.
music. It runs my life. Music runs my life. Dead ass. It just does. And I'm happy about it. um sorry. All right. Do you have a question for moi?
If you could pick between dating a superhero or a supervillain, who would you choose?
Villain.
Do you have someone in mind?
Yes. Wait. Okay, so do anti-villains count? Not anti-villains, but what there's a
Anti-heroes? Okay, I
anti-heroes.
guess it depends on who you're talking about.
That's true.
So, who do you have in mind, and then we'll try and figure out if they would be considered a superhero or a supervillain.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, Let me think of this. Well, if I said Hans from Frozen, how many people would hate me?
Girl.
Just
Uh,
kidding. I'm kidding. I just love that. The reason why I said it is because he appeared on my TikTok,
oh.
and I was looking at it, and the shock that the betrayal made me
Yeah,
laugh because everyone collectively agrees that
he's a piece of
that
shit.
yeah, he's a piece of shit.
I
Okay.
wouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna pause you right there. I wouldn't really consider Hans a supervillain, and the only reason is because of Megamind, like having set the standard of what a supervillain is.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Megamind's fun.
Right, and so I wouldn't pick Megamind, but he does have a very strong case where it's like the difference between a villain and a
Technically,
supervillain is
yeah.
presentation.
That's true. That is true.
Um, but Hans is absolutely a villain. He is not the hero.
I was about to say he is an absolute villain, and anyone who says, "Oh, Hans," there's something wrong with you.
They psychotic. They got problems.
They are psychotic.
Um, but was it serious about Hans or was that just
No, I was just a joke. Just
okay?
that was dead ass a joke. So if I had to choose a villain, honestly, okay, I hate to say it, but you know how there's some shows or movies or whatever where the villain is just hotter?
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, Harry Potter being one of them.
Okay, but which villain though? Because we like the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher is literally the villain
They're
every
all
year.
yeah, well, yes,
Well,
but I was
except
thinking more
Lupin.
like Draco Malfoy.
Okay, Tom Felton is hot. Like I'm
Mhm.
not gonna like deny you that. His entire
Mhm.
the Malfoys, an entire line of hot people.
But it's also maybe because I grew up reading those fan fictions, you know?
Yeah.
You know those fan fictions I'm
Mm.
talking about? Those fan
You
fictions
know, why is
where
it so
he's such a
spicy?
villain. Yes, but there's so much room for love in his heart, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Those kind of things. I think I just have like that kind of villain. Heroes I think would bore me.
That
And the reason why I say that is because heroes are too busy saving the world
I
that
get no, I okay, I'm gonna
you
kind of
won't have
argue
time
with
for
you
me.
about that just a little bit. It
Yeah.
depends on the hero. Our Disney heroes, I absolutely understand. Like characters that are the Superman trope, absolutely.
Yeah,
But if you
yeah,
get someone like
exactly.
Oliver Queen, like he's a little bit of an oddball.
Mhm.
He's a lot more laid back billionaire playboy
Yeah.
in the DC universe. So like I understand where you're coming from, but I would like to argue that not all superheroes would be boring. But
I
there
don't
are
know.
there's the goody two shoes that would just bore me to tears. I would agree with you.
Yes, thank you. There's some yeah, they would just bore me.
Yeah. I would absolutely agree. I can't argue with you about that.
Uh
Um I don't know. If we're talking Disney, absolutely a villain. All day
oh
every day.
yeah, oh yeah.
Um but outside of that, I guess it just depends um on who we talking about cuz I'm shameless. Like we'll ship. I'll ship like I'll ship character with me. I'll ship character
Oh
with
yeah.
literally anybody else.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I like sure.
Hell yeah. That's the way it should be.
Um. So I don't know. Like, we'll stick with Disney and keep it simple. I'll say I'll go with the villain.
Oh,
And
with Disney. Mm-hmm.
yeah, just make it real simple for this conversation. I'll go with the supervillain for Disney and Maleficent.
Ooh. Oh, hi, Chelsor.
Are you just now seeing her?
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
um, but
Yeah,
yeah.
also the villain, yeah, villain is they're hot. Especially the female villains.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Mm.
they're all hot. They're all fucking hot.
Um,
So we both agree the villain.
yes.
I love this. Okay. Uh let me see. I'm trying to find a good one.
I have one. If you'd like,
Okay,
if you
go.
want to take a minute and look for yours, I do have another one.
Yes, yes. Tell me.
What is one article of clothing that someone could wear that would make you walk out on a date with them?
One article of clothing that someone could wear that would make me walk out.
On the date, yes.
Geez, see, that's cat ears. And the reason why is
Okay.
because if I'm on a date with someone, well, it depends because that would also make me laugh. See, I'm a person that you can easily make me laugh. And if you walk up to a date wearing like those red giant clown ties, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you're right. Lead punk, the MAGA hat.
Oh.
You're right.
Hi, Daniel.
Especially because I'm Latino, a
Yeah.
Latina. If I
Ooh.
saw that, I would be in danger. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that. Because every other thing, like I would laugh. Like if you wear a giant red like clown tie, I would laugh and it would make me like you more. I don't know why. I think it's hilarious.
I like Daniel takes the cake with the MAGA
Yeah,
hat.
the MAGA hat.
I was originally gonna say an ascot.
Oh, ascots are they can be dapper.
Nope. You too bougie if you walk up to me in an ascot.
I'd be like, oh, the people who can actually tie an ascot. Like,
I am a
hey.
peasant. An ascot is too bougie for me. It's not gonna work out. I gotta go.
What are you talking about?
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm. Nope. I can't do it. I can't do.
I think it'll be fun.
It's
Honestly, I think it'd be really fun.
way too bougie for me.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay, here's one.
Okay.
We talked about this sort of last week, but for those who haven't wasn't able to join, what was your weirdest crush?
Oh.
I know we talked about childhood crushes, but this is in general. What
So
was your
like an
weirdest
like regardless, you
crush?
could have developed this crush like 5 minutes ago, kind of situation.
Yes.
Oh, ooh. Oh, I don't. I can't think of anything because I'm 30 and I don't give two fucks at this point.
Oh, come
Um,
on. Really? None?
I'm
I
trying
already
to
gave you
think
mine. I think that's the strangest one.
which one was it?
Was the centipede
Oh,
from
right.
yeah, that's the weirdest one. And I can't explain to you why. I just remember I had a crush on him.
Hmm. I feel like I did have a weird crush and it was dumb as fuck, and I'm like, I don't
I
remember
think
what it
I that's
was.
the thing. I feel like when you're a kid, we don't associate it to being weird, but as an adult, you're like, "Ah, yeah, that was kind of odd of me." You
Right.
know? But I feel like that's the weirdest one that I can think of at the top of my head. Because if it was cringe, I might have blocked it from my memory. Uh, all right. If you can't think of one, I have another one,
I feel
okay?
like it might have been a Quentin Tarantino monster.
Mm, that's fair.
Um, like maybe something like from Hellboy or something. Like I
Mm.
really can't think of anything at the moment. But knowing
I had a,
me and
I had a
knowing
crush on Abe.
myself,
Huh.
I'm sure I had something.
I had a crush on Abe, the fish dude. I do remember that.
Okay, but he was a fucking gentleman though.
Yeah,
And
I
you
loved it
like them
because he was a gentleman.
lanky.
I do. I
You
do.
love them lanky.
Yeah, and he was a gentleman, and I do like him.
And Doug Jones, the actor for that, is
It's
phenomenal.
amazing.
He is so fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal. Actually, my husband, like within the past year, probably the past 8 months, introduced me to like an older, like little indie movie, which was like
Really?
45 minutes long, called The Butterfly Circus. And
Hmm.
it features Doug Jones pretty prominently in that. It is such a sweet movie. It is so sweet. I don't know how I missed this, like growing up and stuff. It is so
Mm-hmm.
good. I highly suggest people go watch The Butterfly
What's it called again?
Circus
Ah, okay.
on YouTube. It's like 45 minutes long.
Huh. I'll check it out. I love checking shit like that out.
Um, it's so wholesome. It's so fucking wholesome.
No.
Um, but I can't really think of anything at the moment, honestly.
In terms of a question?
Cringe. Well, like I have another question, but like a
Oh, okay.
cringy crush.
I have a lot of cringy crushes. That but like, okay, half the things it just pops up in my head and half the things I've written down because I have, bad
Yeah.
memory.
Mhm.
So I wrote it in my journals and that's how I remember a lot of the stuff that I had as a kid. Don't ask me why, I just do. I was a very odd kid.
I believe it.
Anyway, you want to go ahead with the next one then?
I can. Who is your favorite Disney hero or heroine, and would you trade places with them?
Yes, and that's so favorite Disney heroine. I'll do both hero and heroine. Okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Favorite
it's
Disney
Disney.
Yeah, favorite Disney heroine will probably have to be Mirabelle because she literally does the impossible. And she asked, was it? She made her grandmother apologize. That
Yeah.
shit's impossible.
Mhm.
That's why it's a Disney movie because that fucking never happened. No, I actually. So to be honest, I don't know why I like. I have several heroines. Can we list more than one?
I don't care. Yeah.
Um, The first one that was very prominent for me was definitely Belle
Okay.
because
Yeah.
she talked back to the beast, and the fact that she did not back down
Mhm.
was amazing to me. Because like you don't talk back to anybody in our household, right?
Yeah.
But she did, and I was like, "Ooh,
Oop.
her mama would have slapped her."
Mhm.
But honestly, I loved her. I loved her because she talked back to the beast, and I'm like, "You stand your ground, ma'am."
Yeah.
I do like Mirabelle as a very strong heroine character. But here's one. Um, what's her name? Rapunzel.
Ah,
I like Rapunzel
she's so
as a heroine.
sweet.
I do like her view, like how she just views the world and just takes it. I love that
And she
about her.
actually has like a very strong backbone. Ex
She does,
for until it
except her
comes
mom.
to Mother Gothel, yeah.
Yeah, but that's also because of the abuse she endured with Mother Gothel.
Absolutely, but it's like it is amazing like how kind but how strong she really is when you really
I have
like
to
look
agree.
at her.
Hmm. She's a good heroine. And like to be honest, there's a lot of like Disney princesses that they stand their ground and
Mhm.
everything, but I absolutely love the way Rapunzel was made. Like her character. I
Mhm.
also love Mandy Moore, so her voice to me suits the character.
Yeah.
And I even watched the show and they fleshed out her character so well.
I really should sit down and watch the show.
It's good. I mean, of course, get like a filler list so you don't like
Yeah.
get all the fillers. But it's such a good show, especially story-wise. I was so in awe of the story. Anyway, that's my answer.
Um, I think one of my favorites is probably Stitch, honestly. Like Stitch has
Ooh.
always kind of been my favorite. Just
Mhm.
character in general, like that's my thing. I have several plushies. I have several like official Disney pins. Like when people go to Disney, they bring me back a Stitch pin. You've done it. My sister's done it. Like a lot of people have done it for me. Like a birthday gift from my grandmother-in-law has been a Stitch pin, like an official Disney Stitch pin.
Yep.
Um, which I don't know if I've shown you, but it's super cute. Um, I I just like how like chaotic and lost he really is. If you
Yeah.
really like he's extremely lost, and that the kindness of Lilo and Nani and David all kind of help guide him through that chaos to figure
Mhm.
out like what he actually wants, and that is for his family. He wants his family,
Mhm.
and like his journey helped others. So it helped Pleakley and I can't remember the bigger guy's name. And like it helped a bunch of people or entities really um
Yeah.
find peace.
I should also say Nani is a fucking badass.
She
She was
is
like
a
18,
champ.
19. Yeah, she's like 18, 19, early 20s or something. She's still a
18.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still a fucking child.
And she's taking care of her family by herself
Mhm.
because her
Mhm.
parents are dead. Their parents are dead.
Mhm.
So,
Damn, girl.
um I don't can't really think of like a heroine, like a really strong heroine. Like you're right, Rapunzel is fantastic, but a personal favorite, I don't know if I really have a favorite heroine. Like I like Jasmine, but she's
I do
still
like Jasmine.
yeah, it's like but you get where I'm coming from. So she's good, but she isn't like a favorite heroine. She's a
Right.
good female Disney princess. She's a good female character, especially for the time period and what Disney was trying to shift around and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as a personal favorite, heroine, nah.
I was about to
Um,
say I didn't even say my hero. Could I say that Cyborg from the Treasure Planet is my hero?
sure.
Because he was not a good guy, but the way that he spoke to Jim, I think
Oh, you mean Long
that's
John Silver?
yeah, Long John Silver, the cyborg.
Sure.
Yeah, he to me he's a hero because of course he's the villain, but the way that he spoke to Jim, you can tell like he spoke with respect. And I
Right.
don't think that's something that Jim ever had to experience.
Because
And
his
also just
dad
a
was
lot of
absent.
yeah. And so I think I feel like any like adopted father roles, you're just automatically a hero, and that is such a
And they
good one.
didn't they didn't turn him abusive.
No, they didn't. They didn't
And
even
like they
force
can
him.
could have
Like even
very easily turned him abusive, and we've seen that kind of
yes,
thing happen previously, but they didn't allow that to happen. You could see
no,
that it's like I have a goal and I want that goal.
yeah, he's been chasing this dream that he had all his life. But then he meets Jim, and the way that he talks to him, even after the very end, the very because I watched this movie recently, if you can't tell, at the very end of the film, when he tries to run away.
Mm,
He's even begging. He's like, "Why don't you come with me? Why don't we just go and do these together, just us two?"
right.
And Jim took a step back and he was like, "No, it's because you taught me. Like I have to chart my own course and do my own thing." And Long John Silver is like respect. You could
Yeah.
see it in his eyes, the pride
Yeah.
that he felt for him. And like you said, it could be abusive. He could have forced him,
Yeah.
right? But he didn't. He took a step back. And he's like, "Look, I taught you something. They just learned from each other. I fucking love them.
Also,
I
I
love
I
them.
worried that if like in a parallel universe kind of situation, alternate universe, that if Jim had gone with Silver at at that point, that it could have turned very toxic
Hmm.
between the two of them. But it didn't. They moved on in a very healthy way. I'm glad.
Hmm.
I I wouldn't necessarily call him a hero. But like I get where what you're coming
In
from.
Jim's terms, yes, he is technically his hero. And I see it as a hero. I see any man because you can see the things that he taught Jim that was positive. Jim took to heart and like became a better person.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's the hero, which makes me just so happy. Just I love that film so much. I really do. Anyway, moving on. Do you have another question or should I?
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay, I have two. So let me pick one. Which one was? All right, this one's dark. Okay.
Okay.
If you had to lose a limb, which one would you sacrifice and why? I'd say my left hand.
I would have to
Cause
say
then,
one of my legs.
oh, you know what? Yeah, one of my legs. Cause then I can't play video games with one. Yeah.
Because, like, I craft too much with my hands, which, I mean, like, only having one leg
True.
would kind of make me cry because I really like dancing.
Oh, I love dancing too.
You should probably
Ah.
think this through before you ask these
Well,
questions.
no, this is makes it hard. I'm not gonna just pick easy questions. These are hard questions. I would say, yeah, either my left leg, no, my left hand, or any of either or of my legs. Just because I know I do so much with my hands. I could still dance. Also, if I get like, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say I'll go with those. Just the one thing that, as long as it's not my right hand, because that I use my right hand a lot. Do you?
Again, like one of my legs. Like,
All right,
I have to have both of my hands to be able to craft.
all right. Here's one.
Okay.
3 a.m. at IHOP. What do you order? We should say Waffle House. 3 a.m. at Waffle House. What do you order?
Waffles.
Just straight up waffles?
I picky eater. I'm not gonna eat anything else.
Oh, damn. That's right. Oh, fuck. That's such a. I forget that you are a picky eater. All right. Let me find another one then. If I could talk to an animal for a day, which animal would you choose? Or if you could talk to an animal for a day, which animal would you choose?
Can it be any species of animal or is it one specific animal?
It just says animal for a day. What animal would you choose? So if you want to go specifics, we can.
I was
Cats.
about to say
No,
cats.
cats. Really? So I have the All-Star special. There you go. That's the right answer. There are no right or wrong answers, but that's the right answer. I actually got the All-Star special this morning. Um so if I could talk to any animal, I have Canadian geese
Oh.
living currently sitting behind my house, right?
Yeah.
And we hear them flying. I would like to talk to the Canadian geese and be like, "How's Canada? What is by your observation the United States like? You know, compared to the ducks in Canada, or the geese in Canada." Uh, that's what I would do. But yeah, we've had a lot of ducks and geese on our property. I'd talk to them and be like, "Hey, so where are you from? You know, why did you choose here of all places? Let me take care of you." That kind of deal. Hell yeah. All right, your turn.
My turn. Let's see here. Describe a time you laughed so hard that you would cry. You thought you would cry, or when you did cry. What was so funny? I-
Okay,
I've never
go ahead.
laughed until I cried. Like,
Really?
I'm not one of those people. I have laughed so hard I stopped breathing.
Ah, okay. So hold up. I have done that last night.
Oh, really?
We were, yes. I actually laugh till I cry a lot
Yeah,
because
you
I love
do.
laughing. I fucking love laughing. But it's rare for me to laugh till I cry. Like it's hard for me to get to that point,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But when I get to that point, it's just I can't stop. So yesterday we were playing a game called Snake Oil where you
Okay.
draw like these two cards and you have to sell it to the customer. And the customer has to play a role like a gangster or a high school dropout or like a priest or something. Like they get a role. And you have to sell this item to whatever the customer is like, right?
Okay.
Shoot. Sam has made me, my friend Sam, who's visiting me, has made me laugh so hard because she says she's a terrible salesman, but she gets you hooked because she'll tell like a story or some shit. And then right out of nowhere, she like diverts into a complete 180 of whatever the fuck we were talking about to sell her item, and it just cracks me up because she does it with such eloquence, and it killed me. She did a good one yesterday and I can't remember what it was. Oh, okay, so I remember what it was. We were trying to sell to Santa, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And Jack was Santa, and I said, because I had two, I said we should you should buy this product. It had winged monkeys on it. And I was like, "Oh, you can just, borrow it from the Wicked Witch of the East or whatever." Right? East or West. Just borrow her flying monkeys just so that you can have the one day off that you can't get, you know, have the monkeys do it. And he thought it was good. And Sam goes, "It's so cold, and you love your reindeer and all this." And I'm like, "Where's this going?" She had two cards. Grass time. She's like, "Why don't you go touch some grass for working so hard?" And it came out of nowhere. Literally just grass time. And the way that she was trying to sell it cracked me the fuck up. Man, I died that. It was so funny. It was so fucking funny. But yeah, that's what happened. We play
I
stupid games. That's how it is.
I haven't laughed so hard I stopped breathing in a very, very long time. Like I was still living with my family. I probably was in like late high school, maybe very early college. I don't remember what it was, but I think like my sister or my dad had said something so funny to me that I couldn't stop laughing. Like I was actually laughing really hard for like 15 minutes. Um, and I had gotten to a point that I wasn't breathing.
I get to that too, because
Hey, Kumo.
you can't. I understand that. I love that.
And
Oh,
it's
hi,
like a
Kumo.
great laugh. Like when I get to that, it's so it's so happy. It's so much fun. It's a little scary when I stop breathing, but if I'm laughing that hard, like I know I'm getting some fucking serotonin.
I know, me too, same. I love that. I just love laughing that hard. I don't know. It gives me joy.
um, so do you have another question or do you want me to like I have one?
You can go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
What is the strangest habit you have?
Strangest habit?
Mhm.
Strangest habit.
I know one of my weird, like, I
Oh,
guess, ticks is that I say it's one of those things, like, a lot. Like, a lot, a lot.
okay, go ahead. I have one for me too.
No, that's it. Like, that's it. That my strangest habit is, like, it's one of those things. Like, I say it all the time.
Oh, it's
It
one of those
pissed my
things.
mother off really bad. Um, I don't think she realized that it was an anxiety phrase for me.
Oh,
Uh,
it's one of those things.
it's one of those things, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, like I had coworkers when I worked at the call center pointed out, but they didn't do it like maliciously. They're like, "Oh, I know it's gonna be a fucking good story when Abby starts saying it's one of those things."
I never caught on to that.
I say it
Now
a
I will.
lot, like a lot. You'll start realizing it now.
Yeah. So one of those weird habits I get is, to go boxes.
Yeah.
So, like you have this, if it has to be styrofoam to go boxes.
Okay. Mhm.
I used to get so pissed off where when we would confuse our to go boxes. When I was younger, I would just mark it quickly with my nail, just an I on the top of the box
Okay, yeah.
to announce that this is mine. I see, I can pick mine out. I have done it so much that even my friend has started doing it to not to confuse hers with mine. Because if you see me just randomly do it, you're like, why do you do that? You just looks like you're scratching into styrofoam. I'm just like, I'm initializing this with my name because I know for a fact one of y'all motherfuckers are gonna eat my from my box. I know that. So to protect my food, I always do that all the time. Or when I step on an elevator, I always look up to see where the escape hatch is, even though it's not technically an escape hatch. Um, it's for them to come down to get you. But I always look to see where one is.
A maintenance hatch, yeah.
Maintenance hatch. Yep, all the time.
I mean, I have that paranoia too, where it's just like I don't know, it's my anxiety. Um,
I
that
think it's definitely an anxiety thing.
um I notice the flow of the crowd. Like you can ask me when I'm at like large conventions and stuff. You can
Mhm.
ask me. It's like, oh, what's the easiest way to get out of here? And I like in an emergency, and I'll be like, oh, probably this way. Um,
Mm.
based on how the crowd is flowing,
Hmm.
and I'll also
Hmm.
pinpoint like a lot of the cameras in buildings.
Oh, nice. Nice. As it should be. Sorry. I'm eating waffles. Okay. Let's see. I had. Damn. I lost my page. Oh, here's one. What is your biggest vice?
Vice.
Yes.
Hmm. I'll have to think about that. Because I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't drink unless I'm in a very social setting, and even then, I'm very limited on how much I drink. Um,
Ah,
I will
yeah.
admit I overdid it at the wedding. I did.
I mean, one drink overdid it. Okay, that that was
They
the they
fucking
made it
4 ounces of
strong.
alcohol in a 6 ounce cup. Like holy shit. Also I had an empty stomach because I there wasn't really anything I could eat.
Yeah.
And I mostly had an empty stomach by that point. So, but like I don't do drugs. I don't like I'm a hoarder a little bit. I have collections. I'm very careful about um purchasing unnecessary things. Like I don't. I'll have to think about it. You'll have to come back to me about that. So if you want to go ahead first.
I feel like my vice was spending time at the hookah bar
Okay.
because I was doing it for so long.
Hmm.
However, the hookah bar I usually go to is closed now.
Yeah.
So, what's a girl to do?
Get your own
How
hookah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could have that, yes, but I have a bird, so I can't
Uh,
really get my own hookah.
I mean, you could do it outside when
That's
it's
true.
nice, but you could do it outside.
Mhm. But I was like, "You know what? Maybe smoking isn't it for me." Smoking, damages the body, right?
Oh,
I chose gambling. Oh, Chelsea. Cosplay, yeah,
yeah.
cosplay.
Getting cats is a vice.
No, so my husband has gotten scratch-offs lately,
Oh,
and now it's not even the if this can be considered a vice, but I like scratching off scratch-offs. I don't care if I win. I just like the
the
it does something
scratching.
with my hands. Yeah, the scratching.
I bet you can
Now it's a
find.
vice.
I bet anything, honestly, that you can find just
Regular
scratch
like
offs.
scratch offs. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there
But
are the little I don't know if you ever
it's
if you remember these, but there were like the little rainbow art things that you could
yes.
just like scratch out the
Yes.
lines and stuff.
You're right. See, that to me is I think I mean, it's less more of the gambling. It's less of the gambling and more of I just want to scratch things.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
it.
do get that. For you, I get that.
Yeah.
But I bet you can find like not just like the art style, but like just
Mhm.
scratching off things.
Oh
Like
yeah, oh yeah.
really cheap online that don't mean anything.
No, that's fair. All right, but that's mine.
Um okay. Now I had to think about it. Mobile games.
Ooh, yes.
Like really think, and you know this because you work with me and you know
Okay.
I have to do my dailies
Yep.
for some of them. And that I burn through them really quickly. Like I'm like, okay, I'm bored with this one and I'll move on to the next one.
Mhm.
I think my vice is probably mobile games. Free mobile games because I burn through
I was
them
about to
too
say what
quickly to
what
actually put any
Yeah.
money in them. Um
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
but free mobile games because I got another one.
Hell yeah, which one you got this time?
Let me see here. It's a cute little. I should show you because it's very cute. It's called Railway Tycoon.
Oh.
And I run a little train station.
Oh, how
It
cute.
is very cute. But like I got a fucking shit ton at the moment. I got Love Nikki, I got Railway Tycoon, University Empire, Idol, Earth Inc., Idol World, Apocalypse,
Oh my
Food
god.
Pia. Yeah. And
All right.
that's on my phone. That does not include the tablet that you have given me.
Also, to anyone who's on chat who's chatting, if there's a question you'd like to ask us,
Yeah,
feel free to ask it.
absolutely.
For reals, for reals.
For
All
reals.
right. So I asked the Vice.
Yeah.
What is yours?
Um excuse me. Which of Scrooge's ghost was the most effective?
Which is what?
Which of Scrooge's ghost, like not what is it? A Christmas Carol.
Right. I would have to say the final one because
The Ghost of Christmas Future.
future.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say that is because the first two ghosts was the build up and the last ghost was the delivery. Like it doesn't matter how good or bad you got it. I mean, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You're going to die. So he was like, "Look at all the things you cherished and all this stuff. You going to die."
Yeah.
Straight up. And I think that's the most effective because if someone did that to me, I'd be like, "All right, yep, change of heart. I want to be a good person because I know I'm going to die." That's how it's going to be for me. I that personally that's my
I
that's mine.
I think it's good writing. Excuse
It
me.
is good writing.
Cuz I think each one is supposed to affect different people differently. For me, I think it's the Ghost of Christmas Past. As someone who has like a lot of
Mhm.
regrets and stuff, um
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the Ghost of Christmas Past is, in my opinion, more effective.
Mhm.
Obviously, there is no right answer. It's I feel like it would be very good for like a writing class, a literature class. It's like write a paper about it. Meow 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 meow. Come here,
Interesting.
come here. Stop. Let go. Come here, come here. Wiggly baby.
No.
Fluffy,
I
fluffy.
know.
Um, no. Do you have another question?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I do. My bad. I was looking at all these others. So, I'm trying to figure out something that's closer to you as an adult.
Man, so okay.
Yeah, you as an adult. Okay, here's this is a little less weird, but also a little more
Okay.
interesting. Well, I guess this is interesting. Do you have a personal ritual that no one would understand?
Yes. Like I got a lot of them. I'm ADD as fuck.
That's true.
like I'm ADD as fuck, so I have to have a lot of like rituals to remember stuff. Um, and for me, it's phone keys wallet, like
Oh,
anywhere.
you have to say it. Mhm.
Yeah. I used to in college, back when phones were much smaller, have my phone in my front pocket. On my this is all on my right side. Phone in my front pocket. Um, my keys on a belt loop because I have them on a carabiner,
Ah.
and my wallet in my back pocket. So I would just do like a swipe um on that side and it would be phone keys wallet and I'd feel that. Um
Ah.
Now that phones are bigger, my phone has to go into my back right pocket and my wallet has to go in my back left pocket.
Mhm.
Um so it's like I have to pat them. It's like phone keys wallet. Like when I get out of my car to fill up
Mm.
gas, like I have to like hold them in my hand and be like phone keys wallet.
Hmm. I don't know if I have any actual ritual that that I do. For someone who needs a scheduled life, I really don't really run on a schedule. Excuse me. So I can't say that I actually have a ritual that works or that is bizarre. I don't have anything for that answer because I genuinely don't know if there's a ritual that I do. All
Um
right, here's another question.
okay.
Or unless you have one.
I don't have one just yet.
I was about to say I have a lot, so I have a book full of this thing. Okay. Let me see if I can figure it out. This. Okay, what is one thing you always seek no matter where you are? I know. It's dogs or cats, strays. If I see a stray dog or cat, I mean, I'm always looking for them, no matter what. I'm
Okay.
always looking for strays, especially dogs or cats. Can I actually take them home with me? Fuck no, I can't, because I have too many animals as it is. Do I always look for them? All the time. All the time. Always love spotting them. And they might be the meanest fucking things ever, but I love looking.
I have anxiety and I'm paranoid, so I always look for an escape route.
Non-crowded area. That's what Chill's was like. Non-crowded area. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like for a lot of us who are introverts,
Yeah,
that's definitely the case for us, for
yeah.
sure. Definitely.
Like I will take in other things like, oh, like escape route. Okay, if we're in like a convention center, it's like, oh, well there's service dogs, there's things like that. I'll process that as well, but I'm always looking for an escape route.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
How do you know? How can you tell that you got anxiety? I always look for an escape route.
Oh,
Yep.
like I realize this is not new information to me at all. Like this isn't like a deep realization. Like I've known I've had this problem for a very very long time.
I mean, you protect yourself. All right, your turn.
Um
If not, I still have.
uh this one was interesting. I don't really know how to answer it myself. If you had a TV show, what would the name be and who would play you?
If I had a TV show,
Mhm.
hmm, if I had a TV show, I have to come up with a clever name. Who would play me? You know how there's like actors or actresses that you're like, ah, yes, they look like me. I would have them play me. Would you do that? Like have a celebrity look alike, or would you have someone completely different play you?
I personally don't think I have a celebrity look-alike personally.
Same. Mm-hmm.
Um I've always loved Natalie Portman. I think that any kind of like she's talented enough to be weird enough to play me. um, but
Ah,
she is very tiny. I think she's something like 5'3" or something. She is very short,
yeah.
and I'm like 5'11".
That's what I'm saying. Like okay, if we're taking out the actual like,
Yeah, she's 5'3". Hey, hey.
if we're taking out the actual like height and looks, I'm gonna say America Ferrera because she
Oh,
played an ugly Betty, which was like a spin, like an English version of the Bea Masfea.
okay. She played in the Sisterhood of the
Sort of
Traveling
the traveling
Pants.
pants.
Yep.
Yes. She's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And she also plays the awkward kind of teen who's a
Mhm.
little spicy, like in what was it? Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Mhm.
I think she'd be perfect.
I can see it. I can absolutely see it.
And she plays awkward because she did again
Ugly
Ugly Betty.
Betty. Yeah.
She plays the awkward girl, but also can give such good advice and is very
Mhm.
like she's set in her ways and will also not be afraid to call a bitch out.
Mhm.
America Ferrera. I
Okay.
feel like she would play, yeah,
I can
me
see
the
that.
best.
Yeah.
Except put her in cosplay. She needs to be a nerd. I think that's the only thing. I think it's the only problem is she needs to get be a little bit nerdy, a little more nerdy.
I know Natalie Portman can be a little bit on the nerdy side. She's a
Yes.
very refined woman, and if she wasn't such a talented actress, I'm like she's way too, not in a bad way, way too perfect to play me. She's just way
Ah,
too she's way too put together
you
to play
perfect.
me.
You need
Uh,
someone who's a little chaotic,
yeah.
unhinged.
But as like I do know that she is like a very quiet and low key nerd. I mean,
I see.
she played Princess Amidala.
That's true. That is true.
So, um, she is a little bit nerdy, and I'm like that, and she's very talented. So I think she could play me. She's just extremely short.
I gotcha. Well, I know we have a short time today.
Yeah,
I do have to wrap up, but I have one last question.
yeah,
Okay. Now here is for everyone, I guess. That this is the actual question I want to ask everyone. And no lies, okay? I don't want to hear about this. Do you actually enjoy being in nature?
during the day, yeah. At night, no. I
Hell, who wants to go to nature at night? That nature will kill you at night.
like
Nature will fucking kill you.
my
And if it's
grand
not nature, it's ghosts.
my grandparents had 100 acres of farm.
Yeah.
It fucking terrified me at night. Like just like being in the house with their big windows and stuff fucking terrified me constantly. I don't
Okay,
know
so
why it bothered me so much.
I see Chelsea and Kumo. It depends. What do you mean it depends? And then and then Daniel, yes. Daniel, there is no depends. It's only yes. So I love being in nature. Um, but there are only
Searching.
certain, certain, certain nature spots that I like.
Mm.
For example, I love the ocean. Anywhere near the ocean. I love rivers. Um, I love exploring. I would never explore. So I would definitely never explore a jungle
Oh god.
as much as I want
Valid.
to.
Too many mosquitoes.
It's not even just the fact that there's mosquitoes, there's parasites out the wazoo in
Yeah.
jungles, and I'm so terrified of jungles. Jungles could actually kill me. And so I don't think I could ever. But forests, I love forests. I love the ocean. Like oceans are beautiful. Jungles are terrifying. I'd
Mhm.
love to go to like the Sahara, just explore the deserts, just deserts in general. But there are certain natures that I will go and certain ones that I will not go for my own safety. Deep dark looks full of bugs on a hot human day. Hell no. Lovely beach with a strong cool breeze. Nice. Uh desert, hell no, etc. etc. Okay.
We hanging on the beach? Cool. We hanging out in the middle of the woods at night? I am paranoid as fuck. Absolutely, I agree. Um,
So everyone agrees the jungle is a lot. No, I get that the jungle is a lot because it is. It's terrifying. It's absolutely jungles are terrifying because they
I
can actually kill you.
I think one of my favorite nature things is probably like the Alabama woods.
Mm. I would love to experience the woods in Oregon, like in the Pacific Northwest.
Sorry, they're no ma'am. No.
I a bear. We got.
I'm not
Oh,
talking
come
about fucking
on.
bears. I'm talking about the supernatural shit. Like that's
Oh, the
unknown
bear.
territory. No
Oh, I
ma'am.
thought you said
Uh-uh.
bears. I thought you said bears. No, I want to
No.
explore the woods because I've seen
I know how to deal with the
people
Alabama
constantly.
supernatural. Oregon supernatural, no ma'am. Uh-uh. No.
They're all just weirdos.
Yeah, obviously.
Alabama woods at night. No thanks. Bigfoot can hang with them. Oh man. I feel like we have nothing to fear in
We
Alabama
may not
woods.
have Bigfoot. We may have, what is it, the swamp
It's
skunk or whatever it's called
something like
from
that. Cause
Florida.
like yeah, alligator. So see, even Florida have alligators, and Florida is just nature in itself. Okay, you still got them alligators. Oh man,
Yeah, it's an
that
American jungle.
see, that was what that's what makes it an adventure. That's how you get serial killed. Two kinds of people. It's two kinds of people.
The things to fear
Oh
in
man,
Alabama are people, not animals. That no, Kumo,
that
I can absolutely argue with you about that. I can like yeah, you're not wrong about the people, but there are animals. Um, there is a large cat that is not native to Alabama or the Southeast that is roaming loose in Bibb County, which is about a county over from where we two counties for you, Rosie, a county away from me.
hmm
Um, because someone had basically kind of Tiger Kinged having a large cat.
Oh my god,
They had a large personal cat of like in their home and
that's true.
it escaped. And I think it they said that it escaped like 6 or 7 years ago and it's just been loose in um Bibb County.
Oh my god,
And like apparently it has come very close to my in-laws' property several times
oh
because my
good god.
father-in-law and my husband have heard it.
hmm
And it killed a calf, a rodeo calf, on the property probably about 16 months ago. Like between 9 to 16 months ago.
Jeez.
So, like, Kumo's like, the people. I'm like, oh, no, no, there are things that are not supposed to be in Alabama that are in Alabama.
Because of course, why not? We don't have anything else going for us, so we might as well have killer monsters, animals.
Yeah. And that's
Indeed,
I'm
indeed.
I'm sure that's one confirmed case. I'm sure there are several in all states at this point. So,
I'm scared.
yeah, no.
Now that you're saying that, I'm like, I'm scared.
um
Anyway, who
yeah,
are
so
you? I gotta
that's
get going. So
that's why I don't walk around at night cuz I'm paranoid as fuck. I'm at Mickey Ree. You
you
can
find
find
this. You find. I was gonna say you find those escape routes.
there's no escaping a big cat. They can
That's true.
climb.
That's true. You're fucked.
Yep, we fucked.
Yep.
Let's see here. I am at Mickey Ree. You can find me here on the podcast, and you can find me on Twitter under the same spelling. I just said hello in the chat. And who are you?
My name is. Hold up. Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
eh,
That one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, I'm a bowl of ricey. You can find me here on Twitch at a bowl of ricey or on Twitter at also a bowl of ricey. I'm very clever, as you can tell.
Hmm.
Um,
So original.
so original. But yeah, you can find me there or there. And my what was it? Cosplay. I haven't done anything for my cosplay yet. My cosplay Instagram is maybe
Yeah, you will need to spell it out for them.
yeah, that one. Vessels cosplay. There we go
Kissy,
on
kissy.
Insta. Yeah, kissy kissy.
Um,
A bowl of rice is a pretty unique name. Thank you. I found it in elementary school, and I never was it elementary. No, it was middle school, and I never broke away from it. I thought it was the most clever name, and I stuck to it. You were saying, sorry,
I don't remember.
but thank you guys so much for joining.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you again next week with a new topic.
Where the hell are you going, ma'am? We haven't even introduced a podcast.
Oh, introduce the podcast. I'm apparently going to go see farm animals, so you can see how excited I am to see farm animals.
You can find us here on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central
Huzzah!
Time. But you can also follow us on Twitter at What's Your Opinion 10.
Yes.
You can chat us there. You can send us topic suggestions, or you can just ask us weird questions.
More weird questions, please.
More weird questions.
I am
Um,
not ashamed.
Also, we need to talk to Landon because apparently, or like just really the babies of the group because like they haven't seen Cinderella, the Brandy Cinderella.
Wait, really?
Really,
Really?
really, really.
That's a classic.
It is a
What the fudge
classic. It's
cake?
very good.
It's Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and y'all should
Oh,
see it because
thank
the
you.
music is bomb, and it also involves Whitney Houston, who is a queen,
A queen, absolute queen.
a queen, an absolute queen.
But yeah, that came up fairly recently this week, so I figured it was very important that you were
Yes.
aware that someone has not seen an
How
excellent.
can you not? It's a fantastic film.
It's not the
It's cheese
greatest
and it's
Cinderella.
diversity. No, but
It's
it's the most diverse
it is
Cinderella.
the most, and it is an excellent, like without hesitation, it is an excellent Cinderella story.
It is an excellent Cinderella story.
But I have
Y'all should watch
distracted
it.
you long enough. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yes. You got me talking Cinderella here.
I know. I'm sorry. I love you.
All right.
um, but yeah.
I hope you
Uh,
guys have a good
bye
day.
bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.